Hello everyone, welcome to the next video. So in this one, we're going to be looking at budget deficits. Now, this is probably a word or a phrase that you've heard a lot in fundamentals, especially when you're looking through articles and just reading for the next week ahead. But this is something that we always have to take into consideration, especially when comparing, different types of economies. So a budget deficit. This happens when expenses exceed revenue, so the budget of a company or of a country cannot afford its expenses. Now, the difference between budget deficit and the national debt is that national debt is the sum of budget deficits by the federal government. So think of it as a budget deficit is one sort of part of the equation, and then national debt is the whole equation. So how do governments deal with the national debt when they know they have to pay it? And usually this is the way they go about it is government borrows money to avoid bankruptcy. Hence why, if you actually, there's this interesting website, it shows the debt for every single country at the time. It shows the debt for every single country at the time, and you'll see in for the US one, it's a crazy number, and it's always increasing all the time. Can this debt be bad though? So the good way is if these loans are taken to make investments into the country positively, such as into infrastructure, then of course it's a positive thing. However, if the loans and the debt accumulated are taken to pay unsustainable issues, but is required to be done, what I mean by this is if you've got natural disasters, wars, economic crisis, of course you need that money to actually help you to recover from these issues. Now, we can see it, of course, as a bad way, but it is necessary and it has to be done. Now, how to recover? Number one, of course, the use of fiscal policies, reducing taxes to promote economic growth. And the second way is use of monetary policies, which we know about is money supply, the printing of money, asset purchases of bonds, mortgage-backed securities, and everything else. And then, of course, I've just taken a little note in terms of fiscal policies, lowering taxes too much can cause issues long term by not being able to fund anything. And then in terms of monetary policies, too much can lead to hyperinflation. And that's an issue that we always have to look at. So guys, when you're researching more about budget deficits and debts, understand that not all the debts are bad, because of course they need it for an economy to keep going. So yeah, guys, that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.